Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Gwendolyn from the BNB Chain Fund. Super excited to welcome you here today to the first ever global BNB Chain Hackathon titled Revelation. So, happening for 50 days from now to May 10th. We're super excited for you to learn more about it. So, to start off, we have a very quick video for you to take a look. Wasn't that exciting? Super cool video, right? Very like old school gaming video style, right? So welcome again to the first ever global BNB Chain Hackathon Revelation. Super exciting, 50 days ahead, 10 million over in sponsorship, bounties, prizes, and seed funding as well. So super excited to welcome all of you builders and developers to these 50-day hackathon. So a lot of you here have already been involved in the BNB Chain ecosystem. For the last year and a half, BNB Chain has grown so much with all of you building, developing, marketing, using the different dApps. And that's not going to change. So much has happened in the world. You're looking at markets, you're looking at global events, but really what we're here to do is to continue to build for the future. So here at Revelation, the first ever global BNB Chain Hackathon, we want to continue to provide a platform for you to make that happen. So for BNB Chain, you've seen some exciting stuff we've announced over the last few months. If you followed our progress, we have again grown in spades. We have new tech roadmaps, upcoming in the next few months, and for the rest of the year, we have a lot more events upcoming. And for the first time now, we want to gather builders and developers all over the world. Different physical locations. We'll do physical meetups for this hackathon, as well as gather all of you online in collaboration with our partner, Dorahacks, to make this Revelation Hackathon a success. So now, without further ado, I want to dive into the hackathon, and I bring up my colleague, the BNB Chain Ecosystem Coordinator, Samy, to help us introduce what a hackathon will be about. Samy.
Hey, Gwen. Thanks a lot. Yes. So super excited. The big hackathon is here. So I'm gonna share some more info about what the hackathon is really about, who it's intended for, and other information for participants. So Revelation is the first in a series of global hackathons that we're aiming to run every quarter. So the first one, this is the inaugural one, and then we're gonna be doing a series of activities around it. So the big objective for this one is really to help the developer community to build projects that will add on the BNB Chain's rapidly growing ecosystem. So we want to promote, through the name Revelations, really like to promote the idea of new discoveries and developments, of course, within the BNB Chain ecosystem and community. I think for some of the community members would have also seen that we did publish recently our technology roadmap for this year, in which BNB Chain is going to evolve from a single chain to multi-chain and have a number of different types of infrastructures that will be highly suitable for a broad range of different types of use cases, including gaming, NFTs, DAOs, and of course DeFi, among many others. So this hackathon really aims to bring together the developer community and other members of the community to compete for up to $10 million in prizes and seed funding. So there's a lot of support that's going to be provided in terms of online mentoring, access to different types of experts, as well as besides the funding that will happen through prizes, as well as grants and other types of support. So you might be asking, how is it going to really help the community? So here we want to provide long-term support for really innovative ideas that's going to be building in this multi-chain ecosystem. So we really encourage the developer community to really focus on a couple of key areas. So try to identify what are big problems today in Web3, whether that's in DeFi or in NFT or gaming and others. Like, try to focus a lot on the opportunity area. So if you're looking at kind of the DeFi landscape, you can see certain areas which is already quite crowded or occupied by many different projects. So an example would be a UniV2 AMM deck. So there's already quite a lot of them. So we really encourage developers to focus on areas that are still challenges. So for example, capital efficiency, we know, is still a big challenge within DeFi. So want the developer community and participants to really think about these big problems and how they can be addressed. So that's kind of the key themes that we're going to be pushing, and we'll share more information about this as well. So really here we want to drive innovation with a key focus around developing multi-chain and cross-chain usability and interoperability. So what the format of this hackathon is going to be is the Revelation Hackathon is going to be a 50-day event. So it's going to be a hybrid event, mostly online. So it's going to have like a number of tech workshops, but we're also going to host several in-person, in real life events in different countries around the world. So of course, here we're going to have community meetups as well as other types of in-person events to bring together the developer community and other participants in the hackathon to help support them in developing their projects. So our goal is really for providing a number of different types of short-term, medium, and long-term support to really help drive this type of innovation and project development in the multi-chain context. So let's talk about the prizes. So there's a couple of different tiers of prizes. So there's going to be three winners for each of the 6 tracks during the hackathon. So each track features $100,000 of prize fund, and winners will be determined through a combination of quadratic voting as well as judges voting to select the winning projects. So as I mentioned, we're going to have like a hybrid on the event. So we're going to have a number of online tech workshops, as well as combine them with in-person events and community meetups in different regions. We're also going to provide a number of different types of incentives for developers who solve certain challenges. So we're going to host a number of online sessions to assist teams throughout the hackathon. So throughout the 50-day period, you can expect a series of different online workshops with different focuses. Some will be tech focused, others will provide some more direction or mentorship around what the project should be. So looking at things like the team composition, how to really think about addressing certain challenges, what are the kind of areas to really focus on. So here, of course, for one of the key things as well I'd like to share here is that I think fast and scrappy is a really key kind of priority for a lot of projects. So if teams are trying to look at how to really have a perfect solution, that can often like end up having a really long time frame. So what the developer teams should be trying to do is build quickly and then iterate fast as well. So even if they fail, that's fine, no problem at all, but just try and have like a very quick and scrappy approach. Build something, build a prototype, get it up and running. If there's some problems, you can iterate on that, fix that, and then keep moving forward. I think the other thing that developer teams should also be kind of paying attention to is your team composition. So if you're trying to build a DeFi project, for example, if that's the kind of track that you're most interested in, I would say a good team composition would be, of course, the developers. Like, you want different skill sets. Your smart contract developers, your front end, back end, DevOps. Like you need all of these guys within the team, but you might also want to try and bring in somebody that has kind of economics or finance background, or is doing a degree in one of these areas and kind of understands that domain, or has that kind of domain expertise. You may also want to bring in not other non-engineering skill sets within the team, especially in the area of marketing, community building, branding. These are other kind of key areas. Of course, some of the developer teams, some of the developers or some of the members in the team may be very comfortable covering these, but having people that have more kind of passion or expertise in these areas also highly encouraged.
Samy, can I also
So
chip in here, right? You know, because
go for it.
because not everyone will be in teams, right? So later on, everyone, you can hear more also from Steve from Dorahacks, where even if you don't have a team, don't fret. We can help you find team members. And I also wanted to add on a little bit earlier, Samy, as well, is that there are a lot of bounties put up on the website for all of you to also look at. So the prizes, you know, is not just the 3 winners from each tracks, and you will hear more about the tracks shortly, but also the different bounties. Yeah, Samy, back to you.
Awesome. Yeah, I think one of the other things that this hackathon is going to aim to provide is, we know that for a lot of teams that have participated in other hackathons that are still pre-investment stage, find funding quite challenging. So here, with the support of our great partners, Dorahack, we're going to be hosting multiple grant rounds that will help to provide this additional funding support to help carry these project teams through to building their initial versions of the projects. But besides funding, we also want to provide this kind of community through the developer community to gather together and start building projects that will really accelerate growth through BNB Chain's very large and rapidly growing ecosystem. With, again, emphasis around driving innovation in this multi-chain and cross-chain environment. So the hackathon, the key dates starts today. So today is the registration date. So if you haven't registered already, go check out the site. Highly encourage your teams to register. Don't worry if you don't have your teams ready for. You can do that at a later stage. You'll be able to meet lots of other members in the community, also looking for other team members. So you'll be able to find and form your teams later on. Don't worry about that. So we're also going to be hosting some physical meetups, IRL meetups. So in the first cities that we're going to be doing this is in Dubai. We're also going to host one in Latin America. The exact location is to be confirmed, but we're going to have one in Latin America. We're going to host one in Pakistan. We're going to have one in Paris. We'll have one is open today. It's a go ahead and admissions are going to be accepted until the 5th of May. So Gwen, would you like to introduce the 6 tracks?
Yes, I would actually. But actually, before we dive into it, right, Samy, we have Yuri, the executive director of the BNB Foundation, here to give us a short overview as well, to kind of help us set the context as well. Right, Samy, you've given a very good overview of how the hackathon is happening. We'll dive into the track shortly, where we hear from our 6 lead track owners and sponsors. But first, I'd love to give the floor to Yuri to help us set a larger, more expansive kind of setting for Revelation. Thank you, Samy. And Yuri, please.
Hey, everybody. It's really
Hi.
great to be here.
You're at the airport, Yuri?
Yes, I'm in an airport. I apologize that it may be a little loud, but I'll try to get this out because it's extremely important. I'm actually coming back from an amazing trip to Rio. And a lot of what we did there was to discuss how we can, as a community, finally start integrating blockchain into the real world in a way which drives mass adoption and also drives impact, right? So that it helps the world across a broader array of dimensions. Finance is currently doing a lot of things to take, BNB as a community to the next level and as a technology to the next level. Part of that, and part of what I do here is, in fact, the foundation, which is going to be focused on on helping to drive mass adoption and helping to drive impact. And this is something where, to be honest, it's amazing to be speaking with our community today, because this isn't going to be something that's top down. It has to be something that's very decentralized and driven by smart people who go and hack on interesting problems. But at Binance, we're interested in sort of building on what I believe is going to be the best hackathon we've ever done, which we're introducing today, and start building out more opportunities to hack areas where there will be that Web 2 to Web 3 integration. Some of the partners that we have just from the Rio trip are across e-commerce, healthcare, social finance, in lower income populations. And actually on Sunday, there was a hackathon that had multiple teams come in, no relation to Binance, but it was a really cool thing. So I want to call it out. Multiple people came in and served as mentors for local teams hacking to create, technologies and business models that could help favelas, which are often called communities now, which are, economically oftentimes quite depressed and in need of help. And if you look at some of the possibilities that crypto people are talking about, right, in terms of creating much lower cost, financial structures that, and financial products that people can use instead of, say, playing the lottery, which is very popular. Even something like a lossless lottery could be a really impactful use case. So ultimately, we have a lot of exciting plans for the foundation. It's something that we're doing step by step, and we're building it the right way. And so the exact
because after a while it's going to time out.
Sorry. The exact time when it's going to go live is still TBD. But ultimately, the foundation is really just one piece of the puzzle. It's another tool that we're going to use to grow the community and to start, driving more mass adoption and real utilization of technology for impact. So we're going to try to put some rails around this, and I think Gwen and Samy have some great ideas about how in the future we may have other hackathons that will include, at least tracks that will be more Web 2 to Web 3 integration. I think I'll pause there. Hopefully you guys can hear me.
Amazing,
Thanks.
Yuri. I love the fact that you're in an airport, because this is the first really global BNB chain hackathon. You're literally in an airport. Thanks for embodying it, right? Awesome. Yeah, we'll leave you to go take your flight. Okay. But yeah, thank you so much, Yuri, for helping us, kind of talk more about how the foundation will be contributing even more to the BNB chain community. So now, what we've talked about a lot of times again is that how can we bring the first billion users to crypto? Again, we're still really early days, right? Yuri just talked about how, in the future hackathons, maybe we can have tracks that focus on bridging Web 2 to Web 3. That is certainly something that we want to see. In fact, if you've got ideas, feel free to build this for this hackathon as well. There'll be a track that you can build for sure. All right, so now Samy has given us an overview, actually in detail, of the hackathon. Now let's dive into the 6 tracks of the hackathon where we're looking for ideas, new innovations, new insights, new scrappy products. Again, as Samy said, build fast, build scrappily. Don't be afraid to put your ideas out there. The key thing always is to iterate. Okay, so today we have 6 tracks, and with these also 7 different presenting sponsors for the different tracks, and we have videos from each of them to talk to you more, introduce themselves, introduce the track in which they are presenting and sponsoring and headlining for, and then why they've chosen a track to sponsor and to lead in terms of finding builders and ideas for. So without much further ado, hear from the sponsors, please.
Hi everyone, great to be here with you all. I'm Tri Pham, co-founder of Chain. Chain is the national blockchain in Vietnam that focuses on hybrid blockchain infrastructure and solution we provide for enterprises and government in the region. We are very excited to introduce the MetaFi truck and announce Chain as the truck owner. MetaFi is the BNB network new comprehensive label to help understand and introduce the cross-use of GameFi, NFT, Metaverse, and SocialFi. MetaFi has huge potential and should be thought of with an open mind as the experience layer of the blockchain. MetaFi is so important for the future of Web3 and blockchain, and of course, is one of our top focus at Chain. We incubated many blockchain games via IronSale.io, engaged over 30 million players from Mighty Five Pack to Titan Arena. In the truck, keep an eye out for projects developing advanced GameFi infrastructure, tooling, sustainable GameFi token economy, reliable and ubiquitous NFT tooling, for example, NFT indexing, as well as innovative NFT marketplace, and overall creative NFT projects. As truck owners, we are out for innovative cross-game, cross-chain, cross-platform approaches that help shift the industry toward a real open metaverse. So you should be bold, disruptive, and open-minded. There is no competitor in an open metaverse, only partner. The MetaFi truck has incalculable potential in terms of creativity and innovation. We are looking forward to seeing new use cases and out-of-the-box thinking when it comes to creating new projects in the truck. We have capable, proven MetaFi experts who have the ability and eyes for innovation, and we are all collectively looking forward to what you create.
Hi everyone, I'm Jaw, project lead and co-founder of Guildfight. Guildfight is a gaming DAO that comes with a complete ecosystem to help players to maximize the benefits and establish the ultimate gaming identities based on their lifetime achievements across the metaverse. We are very pleased to present you the DAO Tracks. As the name, decentralized autonomous organizations. As a concept, DAO is actually get introduced since 2013. And today, there are everything from protocol DAOs to investment DAO to social DAO and art DAOs. I'm pretty sure that we are right now still in the early days of the DAO eras. In this tract, what we want to see built is not just a DAO as an organization, but also a disruptive DAS, which is a DAO as a service and tooling. We want to see the massive hype around the DAO built on its idea with your strong skill and innovations, creating something revolutionary and new. We choose to lead the DAO track because people don't really realize that creating a good DAO hierarchy and system is actually not as easy as everyone thought. Creating a DAO requires like tons of resources, tons of organizing, like Discord, communities building, treasury management, and this is just a part of it. This is why we are looking for good engineers and good team to build a full toolings and a disruptive service that can actually help onboard more DAOs into the ecosystem. We are looking for developers to build a DAO operation system or a user-friendly tooling interface that could help in the governance and treasury management. It might be on top of Genesis Safe, or it might be on top of snapshot.org, or combinations of both of it, or something similar. DAO is seeing a global wave of creativities and innovations due to its huge potentials of an ideas. There's a strong support on what you're building and how far you can think. So we are really excited to see what all of the participants can create together.
Hi, I'm Mo from Seller. As the owner of the infrastructure track, Seller welcomes you to join the BNB Chain Hackathon this year. First, a quick introduction about us. Stellar is a blockchain interoperability protocol that enables developers to build new kind of multi-blockchain applications where users can just sit on one chain and access tokens, DeFi, GameFi, NFT, governance, and many more across multiple chains with a single-click user experience. There is no doubt that blockchain infrastructure has come a long way, with applications like DeFi, GameFi, NFT popping up just in the last 2 years. However, there is still a long way to go to achieve true mass adoption, where billions of people can use blockchain-powered applications on a daily basis. To achieve that, we still need to relentlessly innovate on the infrastructure layer. Infra is actually a broad term. It includes a lot of things such as scalability, multi-chain interoperability, security, data sovereignty, identity solutions, Oracle systems, data indexing, analytics, and many more. As a track owner, Stellar is looking for applications leveraging these innovative infrastructure solutions to build new kind of applications that were not possible before. Some examples are interchain applications such as cross-chain lending, governance, swaps, gaming applications, and so on. It can also be new kind of applications extracting new value and insights from data analytics platforms, building new kind of user experiences using Web3 identity solutions, and so on. In this infra track, we already have many innovative projects as track sponsors who are providing these fundamental infrastructure technologies for you to build on top. Furthermore, the potential for improving and developing the current status of the infrastructure itself is also immense. So we look forward to seeing what you come up with, and good luck.
Hello everyone, this is Samy from Hash Capital. We are very glad to be part of this hackathon. And for the Hash Capital, we are one of the most experienced global blockchain investors based in Asia. We could offer the projects with unrivaled knowledge of the region's blockchain ecosystem and the deep connections with the region's developers, communities, and even the regulators. And we are very pleased to introduce the Blockchain for Good track in this hackathon. And for the reason why we choose to be the track owner, I think it's because for the past years we could see the Web3 technologies and cryptos has played an increasingly important roles in the many difficult situations like wars and catastrophes. And no matter if we are the metaverse or DeFi applications or some DAO tools, we want to highlight this trend and step closer to the blockchain mass adoption. For what kind of projects we are looking for in this hackathon, I personally think all the projects that could reach us to a more trustworthy and efficient world are warmly welcomed, especially for the people in the war zones and the less credible nations and regions. You might build some projects like a more trustworthy fundraising donation infrastructure and some DID ecosystem, and or some innovative Web3 applications. We are looking forward to see what you build in this hackathon, and cannot wait to see all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you so much, all sponsors. So we have 5 tracks so far. They've been introduced to you. The last track I wanted to talk to you about is Frontier Tech, presented by Certic, one of the leading blockchain security companies out there. So we didn't get a video from Certic because you know why? They're so frontier that they streamed it to my head or something like that. But yeah, so Frontier Tech is really about looking for projects that are building on the frontier edges of technology. Think quantum technology. So think crypto and space, think space governance, think, I don't know, the frontier of health tech, AI, what's after AI, right? How can crypto and blockchain play a part in different industries, in different cutting edge industries already out there? So what we want to see in a Frontier Tech are you bring us innovative ideas that fit the idea of frontier. You're free to define frontier as how you want, and this track is presented again by Certic. So you've heard all 6 tracks. So thank you again to Venus for presenting the disruptive DeFi track, to Cardia Chain for presenting the MetaFi track. MetaFi again is an amalgamation of NFT, GameFi's metaverses, metadata as well. Thank you to GillFi for presenting the DAO track. Thank you to Anchor and Seller for presenting the infrastructure track. Thank you to Hashkey Capital for presenting the Blockchain for Good track. And thank you to Certic for presenting the Frontier Tech track. So this hackathon would not be possible without the support of all these sponsors, speakers, judges, investors, builders like yourself. And again, why all these tracks is that we really want to see a range of products, from everything from the next level of the next edge of DeFi to all the way to frontier tech. We want you to bring all your ideas to us, to this hackathon, and build. So now to go in more detail about logistics and how to participate, I'm going to bring up Steve from Dorahacks. Steve?
Yeah, hi Gwen. Hi Gwen. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, can you tell us more about how it's going to work? Dorahacks have been organizing these, co-organizing hackathons for a long time. A lot of experience, super excited to be working with you again. So tell us more. How can a builder developer participate?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so essentially very happy to co-host this hackathon with BNB Chain. After rebranding, I think we can take BNB Chain to even a higher level, engaging more devs. I think everyone in the BNB ecosystem are super excited. Yeah, so we have 6 amazing tracks, and the hackathon will start today, and we're open for everyone to come and participate and register. So I'm actually here to show you how can we, if you're a builder, how can you submit a project to this hackathon and participate? So let me share my screen. Yep. Let me see.
Steve, that you getting pings? Your phone pings?
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. We're all tech people here. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Let me know if you can see my screen here.
I'm not seeing anything yet. Okay, now I do. Yes.
Awesome. So yeah, welcome to Dorahacks. So if you you should be directed directly to if you go to Revelation Hackathon page, you'll be directed to Dorahacks page here. Welcome to Revelation Hackathon. It is actually our first round of many rounds, like Samy introduced. That we have 600,000 prize pool just for this one, and we have 10 million in seed funding for you guys. We have 25 amazing sponsors, 6 track owners, 7 track owners. They're all great projects, key players in the Binance and BNB ecosystem. So I'm just going to show you how to register. You can already see there are some projects. They're so eager. They have submitted in the past few minutes. So I'm going to show you how to register for our platform, register for this hackathon. So we call an open source project a buildo on Dorahacks. So if you click submit buildo, you can sign up for our platform with your GitHub, with your wallet, with your email. Like there are 3 main ways to register. And here you can click, I want to apply. And we do keep track of your wallet account so that we can send through the prize pool and the bounties to you. So on this page, you can create a new project if you're new to Dorahacks before. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's just say we are creating a BNB Hacker DAO, and it falls into the DAO category. And for the hackathon, you can ping here that is a Revelation Hackathon, and I'm deploying this on BNB Chain, and I want to provide grants for all BNB builders, and maybe more project description can be provided here. We can submit a page for a cover image for your project. Leave your Telegram handle, just like Steve BNB, and you can add your team members here. I'm adding Chris from my team. Very easy to add on our platform. Fill in your team info here. Who are the captain? I'm the captain. And who are the rest of the team members? Let's just say Gwen is my chief marketer. Yep. And I think so far you're good to go. You can submit this project here and select the tracks. There are 6 really good tracks for you to, so we are DAO, we just fall into the DAO and community track. And if you click grant submission, boom, you're good to go. You have already successfully submitted your project to a track in this hackathon. You're eligible to compete. All of the judges can see your project, and essentially you are eligible to participate, win the prizes, tackle bounties. Yeah, and we'll have a leaderboard of the quadratic funding, which is great. We have $100,000 for each track, and there will be a leaderboard for you to receive community contribution. The community can contribute to your project, and there will also be matching from BNB Foundation and from the all of the amazing sponsors that we have. So this is how you can use Dorahacks platform, we will also be hosting a lot of workshops. So if you are interested in those workshops, you should actually go to Dorahacks and Binance YouTube channel, a BNB Chain YouTube channel, and also stay tuned for our Twitter announcements, which we will co-host with other partners, with our sponsors, that they will actually host amazing workshops for you to participate. If you can make it at the live streaming session, that will be wonderful, because there will be live Q&A sessions. If not, we will actually, if you click the YouTube button here, all of the workshop information will be recorded and be kept there. In the YouTube channel, you can actually find all of the workshops for this one. And if you go to Dorahacks platform and you don't know where to find, you can actually click the grant button, and there's a BNB sector here that you can actually find this hackathon. So yeah, those are the logistics for the platform. And just also want to show you the hackathon landing page. I just had it today. So it's a revelation hackathon. There's 10 million in prizes. There are 6 amazing tracks for you. The timeline. So we're kicking off this event on March 21st, and the submission deadline will be around May 5th. So you actually have 45 days to build on your project, team up with each other, and eventually submit your project to this hackathon. Today we're having the opening ceremony. We have a series of workshops and speaker sessions for partners. The community voting will mainly come at the second part of the hackathon, where you can actually engage your community to support your project during this event. And the judge voting will happen after project submission deadline. All of the amazing judges, they will come see your project, engage with you, and essentially decide whether they want to support you. We're having a grand finale where we're inviting all of the winners to introduce themselves in this hackathon. So a final demo day for you to showcase and present to the whole BNB Chain community, which is great. So there are also a series of local events that Binance BNB Chain team and the community are hosting everywhere in the world. It's a global hackathon. We're all super excited. Thank you to our amazing sponsors and judges, all actually leaders in the BNB ecosystem and in the Web3 space. Yeah, so essentially that's most from our end. If you have any question, feel free to join the Discord channel in the BNB Chain Discord channel. We'll be there to answer all of your questions. Dorahacks team will support this whole event as like we always did in the past, supporting the BNB ecosystem. So good luck. I hope you can all win some amazing prizes and become a major player. Your project can play a very important role in the BNB and the Web3 ecosystem. Cheers.
Thanks, Steve. I love your ending. Like, precisely, right? This hackathon is just one of many, right? This is the one of many, again, the grant system that we're putting in place with the assistance of Dorahacks. But not just that. Again, we really want to use this hackathon as a launching pad for the next big dApps, that serves not just the BNB chain ecosystem, but also the wider Web3 ecosystem. So at this point right now, we'll love to invite all of you to visit our website. The website is bnbchain.world/en/revelation-hackathon. We will be putting a lot of these links up online later on. Okay, so watch out. Go register. You can see the Dorahacks website as well. You can go to it as well. Register, and talk about building. Okay, so we really want you to bring ideas forward. So with all of that, I think that's it, Steve. I think this is the end of the opening ceremony for the first Revelation Hackathon.
Yeah. We're all super excited. Gwen, you did a great job hosting. And we're very excited. We have prepared a lot for you guys to participate. If you're a builder, welcome. Please team up with each other and submit an amazing project. We're expecting the next Pancake Swap or the next Trenches, the next C10 Arena in the BNB ecosystem. We want BNB ecosystem to keep thriving in 2022 and beyond. And
actually, that you said that, Steve, actually that's interesting, right? Because we've also got our track owners, our sponsors. A lot of them are leading dApps right now, right? Exactly. Imagine if like these sponsors, they are sponsoring you now, but then you surpass them later on, right? So yeah, aim to be the next big thing, the next Venus, Cardia Chain, Gilfi, right? Anchor, Seller. I think they'll be happy to welcome to grow the pie. I think that'd be super interesting.
Exactly. And if you are a community member of BNB, if you're a BNB holder or a BNB community member, what you can actually do is to come check what are some of the new projects actively building the BNB ecosystem. You can actually see the future of BNB chain ecosystem growing on a daily basis in this hackathon. You can see all the amazing projects building on different initiatives, and you can actually show your support on our platform. So it is a big party of key BNB ecosystem players, new projects, and BNB community members. We're all very excited. So looking forward to see, I think, hundreds of submissions and brilliant projects to join for this one. So actually looking forward to all of the workshops and all of the project demo sessions that we'll host in the future and the grand finale on May 10th.
Yeah, thank you so much, Steve. Yes, so we're excited for all of you to build. Bring your ideas, bring your energy, bring everything to this hackathon. We're looking forward to hear from you and to see your product, try your product. So thank you again. Welcome to Revelation, the first ever global BNB Chain Hackathon, co-hosted with Dorahacks. Thank you and see you online.